Ethereum, we had this range from the bear market. So we break out of the bear market. We come into this new bull market range, which was in November 2023. Beginning of 2024, if you guys remember, in March, we topped out here at this famous $4,100 level. We start ranging. We come back down on the August 5th nuke capitulation, sideways, boom, come back up to 4,100, reject again, okay? So we reject and we come all the way back down to this $22,000 mark, and we lost our range low. As soon as we lost our range low, that's whenever you saw this huge nuke all the way down to 1,700. And we called that beautifully from this demand. Look, tagged our demand perfectly. Have not moved this for a month or two. So this makes sense. So we came back up with a technical bounce, and I'm not surprised. But look, where we fucking bounced. Look how perfect this is. We come right back up. We do a bearish underside retest of this macro bull market range. And we reject, and we come all the way back down and do what? Come fill this wick, almost tag this demand again. Okay, so that's normal. We reject, bearish underside retest, boom, big nuke down to here. So this is where people get super scared. Sentiment is just absolutely outrageously bad right now, which is good for people who are trying to buy because that means low prices. So you had this perfect bearish underside retest, and then you get this what? Double bottom. So look, double bottom. So now we'd probably do something like this. Maybe do we do 3 drives into low, do a triple bottom? Could be, maybe. Or do something like this. Reclaim it, right? Reclaim this and get back up into the range, and then we start moving back higher, okay? But I would be looking at that double bottom as a, okay, this is a potential bottoming pattern, because we know this to be a bottoming pattern, right? So look at this one. Capitulation, almost a double bottom basically, came back down to fill the wick, and you slowly move back up higher, right? You get that double bottom. It's typically how you see these play out. So look, you see a similar structure here. First bottom. That's the double bottom. This one came back nicer for a better retest, okay? And then you start curling back up, reclaim this, right? A little reclaim of the range, and we move back up. Now, again, like I said, this is going to play out over the course of a month or two, more than likely, than it will in a couple of weeks, okay? Especially because we have the tariffs coming out on April 2nd, so markets are going to be positioning for that, or anticipating that to be, fuck up the markets a little bit. So we'll get through the tariffs, then we'll have to get through the month of April just to see how the tariffs play out, what it does to the economy, does the data come differently. Next FOMC meeting will then be on, where's FOMC meeting dates? Next FOMC meeting will be on May 7th. Yep, that's what I thought. So from March 19th was our current meeting, okay? And then when we get to May 8th, that will be the next FOMC meeting. So I would expect by the end of April, we have clarity from tariffs. We understand what's happening with these tariffs on April 2nd. Okay, we get the clarity. Market likes clarity. Then the next FOMC meeting is right after the end of April, beginning of May. That's when I expect things to start heating up again. Because it makes sense. It's confluent. Give us the whole month of April to see how tariffs play out. We'll see what ETH and these altcoins do. So you can see that these are all FOMC meeting dates. This is a really great, what's it called? Indicator. Because it shows you how the market has performed over these FOMC meeting dates. So if we look at it on the weekly, we've been down for 2 red in a row, 2 meetings in a row. And typically, after 2 red meetings, only one time we've had 3, we get greens. Okay, 2 reds. So chances are we're going to get a green here. Okay, which makes sense because in May, we would expect a rate cut. So if we cut in May, that means April, we're going to anticipate that cut. We're going to start moving up. Okay, so it is patience. Patience is going to be another month. I'm just giving it to you the real, right? I'm going to give you guys the truth, not fucking hopium, cope, etc. Bullshit people try to sell you. No, I'm just telling you what it is. Likely you're going to get sideways in this shit price action for at least another month. And then in May, or anticipating going into May, you should start to see things move back up. But again, what does that mean for you? It means you can accumulate your assets, which you're supposed to at the lows. Everybody wishes they could have had a better entry once everything's at all-time highs. And then you get the better entry, and then everybody says, oh, I'm not buying that shit. No, this is whenever you want to buy, whenever it seems like, damn, this sucks. Prices are bad. I don't want to buy. Guess what? That's when you buy. Okay, so bearish underside retest of this macro range. I would expect us to reaccumulate under here for a little bit, maybe a couple weeks. Just down in here, some shit price action before we inevitably reclaim this macro range. Let me do like 350. Before we inevitably reclaim this macro range, and then we start moving back up. I expect us to be back up positive by this next FOMC meeting, which would be May 8th. So that means any buys right like today down in here should be in the green by May. That's my expectation, and that's why I'm accumulating right now. Okay, so there you go. So that's our FOMC meeting dates. Let's get that out of here. Last thing I want to just show with the SMA, the ribbon. So we got our MA ribbon with the 20, 50, 100, and 200 SMA. We're well below all of them, oversold territory. Well below all of them on the 4-day, weekly, well below all of them. So again, long story short, you're in a good buy territory. Okay, these buys, they will age well. When was the last time that we were below every single ribbon on the weekly? Literally the Pico bear market low. The next time, almost Pico bear market lows. The next time, right before the major rip, straight up only, straight up to $4,000, $4,100. The last time that we were ever under every single band on the MA ribbon, the only other time, the last time that we were under every single band was in September of 23, and then what happened right after that? Fucking pumped, ripped face. We've been above these bands the entire time for almost 2 years now. This is the first time again that you've had an opportunity to buy below every single ribbon. Well, how did this buy mature? How did this buy mature? How did these buys mature? Well, they matured pretty fucking well. So how do you think these buys are going to mature? I'm not going to give you the answer. But how do you think these buys are going to mature under every single ribbon? Well below them too on the weekly. This is even further below them than this even was. Okay, so how do you think this is going to mature? Get those drawings out the way. Bombaclot. All right, gentlemen, so that's ETH. Okay, so we're starting to try to make a bottoming structure on the lower time frame. Okay, so we got the double bottom, so we just want to see some more sideways price action. Okay,